Okay, so what's up there guys, and welcome back to Dig It Detecting. So if you're new to my channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and follow the finds and also the sites we visit, like this old guy here. Now, I actually detected here the other day. We first touched base with the landowner Kerry, and we spent the first few hours here the other day, mainly getting inside the house. And basically, as Kerry stated, you could keep anything you found, as it's all going to be discarded. Now, this property is being done up for sale, and so I've sort of time limited at this site. So I basically rang Kerry again this morning, and he's not here today, but he said, mate, come on out, you are most welcome. I said to him I wanted to spend a bit more time on the detector. It's exactly what we're doing right now. So this is an old horse rosette, and I've dug a few bits of rubbish. However, this is my first nice find for here. So pretty nice old decorative piece. These would have been, said it's an old horse rosette, would have been used to decorate, you know, your horse tack, your saddle, your carriage, what have you, your buggy. Not really 100% sure what this one come off. However, what a great piece. So he will be getting put straight in the car straight away, because these pieces, the old horse rosettes, are very easily damaged. So straight into the car and not into the fines pouch, mixing around with everything else. So he can go there, and we'll see what else we can find. As I said to Kerry, we want to spend more time on the detector today, seeing what relics and items are here to find. With 13 kids living in this house, I'm sure there's plenty here, more to go. So, you know, coming back here today, I am fully expectant of digging a lot of rubbish. When I was here the other day, I mentioned some of the things that I struggle with the most, and that is all the rubbish laying on the ground at these old house sites that I visit. That's okay, it just means you have to have that little bit of patience, a bit of persistence, and it will pay off. You just need to stick at it. And look, I think we've done it. I think we may have our first coin. You can see there the coin impression, and as I said, I've dug a few bits of rubbish this morning. However, we've got our first coin. I was really going to hope that was going to be a silver then. I hadn't actually flipped him over before I started the camera. So there you go, just a half rue penny. However, that is nice. It's nice to see a coin come out of this site. Oh, there you go, focus. 1943, so World War II era coin. Very, very nice. And look at the patina too. It's come out of the ground quite good, considering that volcanic soil can sometimes be quite hard on the coins around here. But here's a ripper. Anyway, yeah, look, that's really good. Because I just dug a bottle top there and then a coin here. And as I said, I fully expect to dig a lot of rubbish here at this old site, like most. And that's okay, I'll dig every bloody bit of rubbish out of here if I need to hit on those coins and those relics. But it can be challenging too at the same time. So anyway, what a beauty. That's a nice way to start the morning. You know, I was just sitting here thinking how nice it is to be allowed and let on these old sites, these old properties, and be able to explore and detect them. And look, as my father used to always teach me and tell me, your reputation will always precede you, and that is, you know, it couldn't be further from the truth. You know, basically, you do the right thing in the past, and good things happen in the future. You go to these sites, and you know, you explain who you are, you be as professional as possible, and basically you'll find that all these doors just open up to you. And it's really great. You know, I just got thinking about it, just because here I am today. I've known this landholder for what, 3-4 days now, not even a week. Met him, you know, chatted to him 3-4 times now, and he said to me, look mate, I'm not even home today, I'm visiting my sister. However, you know, if you'd like to head out to the old house today, you are more than welcome, and you can do what you like. So we'll catch up with him. If we don't see him today, we will catch up with him and show him what we found. But I just thought that was so nice, you know. Once again, you do the right thing, and you will find that your reputation will precede you in future. So okay, so I'm over this side of the house now. If someone remember in my last video, we spotted the bees. There's a couple of different beehives running throughout that house. I was just around the other side and they nailed me on the neck. It's stinging. I'm not allergic to bees, but God, I hate them. I really hate them. They don't like me, I don't like them. So they're active today, so we're going to stay around this side of the house and not go near it, because I don't want to get nailed again. So we are going to stop for some lunch now and have a bit of a break. I've dug quite a few holes, a lot of rubbish out. As you can see, we've only been rewarded with the 2 coins, the 2 cent and the half penny, and the neat little buckle there. And you know, I was just thinking too, these things all rely heavily on you know, dropping the coins and what have you, and finding the coins at these old sites. That relies heavily on the person that was living here, and also you know, you got to take into account the timeline of these sites too. So this house is late 1800s built, early 1900s sort of thing, and the reason why a lot of these houses exist, the ones that I visit, is dairy farming. They were here to make money on the land. And with that said, you have to remember things that happened throughout time, throughout our time, Australia's timeline history. You know, you had the World War One. Not too long after World War One, you had the Great Depression. Not too long after the Great Depression, we went into another war, World War Two. And so with that, times were tough. Money was scarce, and you know, with that, basically people did not have money just laying around to drop and lose. So you have to take all that into account. You have to remember all those sorts of things when you visit those sites, or these sorts of sites I should say, and you have to sort of remember that they're not always going to be easy, and you're not always just going to hit on everything that you want at these sites straight away. It's just not going to happen. So and a lot, as I said, can do to do with that can be because of the timeline of these places. So, and just the events throughout history. So interesting stuff. As I said, we're going to have some lunch now though, have a bit of a break. We've dug a lot of targets out this morning, and when we get back after lunch, I'm going to be concentrating my efforts gridding this side of the house, trying to stay away from the bees. So, and we'll see what we can find. Bugger, that sun is back out in force, and you know what that means? That means more bees to contend with. So you can see them humming around at the back of the house there. They are everywhere, everywhere. And that's only one of the 3 beehives attached to this house that I've seen. It's crazy. So we're going to keep our distance at work out the back here, and basically what I was just going to show you quickly is these old holes here. Now you can see, tripping over wire there, there's stuff everywhere here. You can see this hole here, it's very, it's quite a large one, and this one here too, and they sort of peter off, go smaller. However, what I was going to say quickly, you know, when you're looking for the old rubbish dumps, a lot of people look for the holes and the depressions in the ground, and that is, you know, I agree, that is the case. As a lot of time they would dig a hole, fill it up with rubbish, fill it up ground level, like filled over ground level, and then over the years it would depress down, all the air pockets and what have you would fill in, and basically leaving a depressed spot in the ground. Great way to spot those pits. However, that is not the case in this situation, and I've just been looking at them and I quickly sort of realised that that's what they are. They're a tree line, and these are where the old trees have been ripped out from, leaving the big holes in the ground where the stumps and the roots used to be. So it's pretty obvious too, with these big old chunks of wood on the ground. You can see he's tried to burn off the stumps or burn them out. He's been pretty successful. I'd say they were pretty big trees. I was actually looking over there at this one. I'd say he would have been a continuation of those cypress trees right through to those what are they, gum trees, sugar gums. Anyway, that's sort of why I'm humming around the back here, and basically thinking, you know, well, where there was a tree line, it provided shade, it provided shelter, and it provided a windbreak sort of thing. Great place for the kids to play, great place for anything, a lot of things to happen. Got your mozzie. Mozzies everywhere. Anyway, we have done it. It's paid off, and just that bit of mucking around, looking at those few holes in the ground, trying to work out what they were. We have sort of hummed around here, concentrated on our time. We've got a beautiful old 1916 sixpence. So as you can see there, in great condition too. Like everything keeps coming out from this area in really good condition, as opposed to some other sites that I've visited within this area, and the coins have come out absolutely terrible. So yeah, what a ripper, and that makes the day all worthwhile. So I'm sort of standing here pondering to myself and wondering where to go with this old house site now. As you've seen, we've pulled a few little finds for the day, which has been nice. The silver coin and the horse rosette are definitely my favourite 2 pieces. But unfortunately, due to these bees, I'm kind of struggling to get too close to that house. I've already been stung once. I don't want to be stung again. And as I said, there's 3 beehives in this one house. One at the front, one at the side, one at the back. It's only around the other side that there's no hives or bees. So, dear, what do I do? What do I do? Do I risk my life and get in that house again? Who knows, I may not make it out. Or do I pack up and leave now? I think we might get in the house for 10 more minutes. I know 10 minutes will probably turn into an hour, but we might get in the house. Let's try to do a little bit of mucking around in there, and then we'll call it a day. Right, we're around the back of the house, just contemplating my best move to run in there past the bees. I think we're just going to do it super quick, super fast. Hopefully they don't see us and nail us on the way in. So, ready? Let's go! Okay, so here we are in the house. We quickly rushed in here, bet the bees, and I don't think they're any the wiser. I think we got away with it. Anyway, just having a bit of a look through the floor in the kitchen here. Some of the spots that I missed from yesterday. You wouldn't believe it. I've got another fob watch. Exactly the same as the last too. However, he is missing the glass and the hands and the dials and everything. But he's in somewhat better condition. Doesn't have that copper verdigris sort of cancer going on him. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Once again, another fob watch. So we've got another little piece here that's well worth saving. A little Anzac appeal badge. He's got the little helmet on him decorated with the letters and the wording. So that is really, really cool piece. Great condition too. So like I said in my last video here, you know, everything in this house is getting turfed in the bin. So how nice, you know, to be able to save some of these items. You know, I'm just sort of hitting on a spot there where I didn't really do yesterday in the kitchen here. Look at that. Look at that. And I'm so glad I'm back in here now, because some of these items that I missed yesterday, amazing, amazing. Like this guy. He's an old nice religious pendant, so that was really cool. And as I said, everything in here is going to get thrown out, so why not try and save what we can whilst we can. So look at that, another nice piece, bit of jewellery. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I think it's only fake. It's nothing special, but unreal. More stuff to add to the collection. And show the landowner. Well, everything I found there the other day, I shown the landowner, and he said, look, go for it, mate, keep it all. More than happy to see it coming out of the house and seeing it be saved. One game only. That's cool. Double card ticket. Interesting. Yeah, it's just interesting though. Like, I missed all this stuff there yesterday. Did not. Oh, I thought that was a marble then. Oh, it's not. Little bead. I missed all this stuff though. So to come back here, give it another go. That is really cool. Look at that. Old lipstick container, I think. You can hear school's out. The bell's ringing. Pink spice. Ooh, pink spice. It is an old lipstick too. Look at that. Thought it might have been. You see the slide channel there, where the lady would stick their thumbnail and push it up. Now, generally, from what I know, ooh, pink. Generally, from what I know, is the old push-up lipsticks. They were early 1900s, and then you had the dial base. You know, where you would twist the base to send the lipstick up the tube, and they were later. They were later from sort of 1940s onwards. So. And, you know, makeup and all that become very, very popular after basically it was seen in some of the early acts and plays and what have you, especially through the French. The French were, a lot of the French women were wearing makeup at that time. And you got to remember, a lot of women did not wear makeup early days because, let's face it, makeup was also associated with women of the night. So a lot of women, look at that, the old pen. A lot of women of those early days did not want to wear makeup, being associated with those other types of women. So look, really interesting. Even the smallest of items, such as a lipstick like that, can tell a story, can tell some history, and can be fascinating. So really cool. Oh my God! Holy macaroni, look at this. Here we were hunting for a silver, telling you that farmers had no money. We just found a 1949 little wheat thrippence mucking around there, as you just seen, as I was blabbing away. That is a ripper. 2 silvers for this site. One outside and one in the house. That is so cool. As I always say, rubbish pits and rubbish dumps, you know, people discard coins. They discard coins, you just never know. Oh, look at this. We've got a token now. I've never seen this before. Don't know if it's plastic or not. Australian 1 cent token. It's got little, there it is, plastic. I can feel it now. That's cool, that's cool. There you go. 2 little coins. One real, one fake. We found one of the farm animals. Found one of the cows, one of the dairy cows. I don't know how much milk you get off this girl though. She is tiny. Look at her. That's a tiny, tiny cow. I'm going to keep that little cow. He's awesome. So we got some more stuff out. Nice little religious, whoop, not if I drop him. Nice little religious pendant there. Mind the rubbish beside it. It's funny too, the landowner sort of said that to me. There was a bit of a running theme of religious sort of type stuff in here. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. It's quite a bit. Anyway, a few other little items, the old lock, and we just got another plastic bit of money out. 5 cent token. This must have been like one of the early Monopoly games or something. I've never seen them before, you know. But how cool are they? So, SO Extra. SO Extra. Yeah, anyway, what I was going to show you is the rest of it coming out. Now, I haven't even moved any of this sort of stuff yet. I've just sort of been going like this, bringing it down with my fingers, and look at it all coming out. Some wonderful pieces of history here. So, Melbourne Olympics, 1956 souvenir badge. So, nice jacket badge there, or pin type pendant, you call it, whatever you want to call it. Another one here. Tractor. Training service. So once again, one of those little ones that you'd sort of put through the buttonholes of your jacket to represent what you were doing. So tractor training service. That makes sense being on the farm here, doesn't it? So can you spot him? Can you spot what I'm looking at? Look at that. What have we got here? It's covered in stuff. That's better. That's a ruby, Basil. Matched in gold. It's got to be. Bit of stuff would get off there, it'd help. Anyway, we'll clean him up at the end of the video. What a ripper little find. I bet that wasn't meant to be discarded. Actually looks like that's part, or maybe it was. Looks like it's part of 2 more. You can see the other 2 little, basically pieces there, channels there where the other 2 rubies would have sat. So we're in for some more rubies in this pile. Let's see how we go. So whilst I'm just sort of humming along through here, I was going to, after finding that little tractor training service badge, I sort of jogged my memory. I was going to just mention quickly and share some history on the agricultural shows and the Melbourne shows and that what sort of stuff that we go to now, take the kids to now and buy the show bags and what have you with. Basically the old agricultural shows, that's not the reason why they started. They did not start really for entertainment purposes. They started for teaching and instructional purposes. You got to remember a lot of early settlers that come out here to Australia to live and work on the land and start farming. They had no skills, they had no basically no background knowledge in doing so. And look, that same applies for a lot of people that were already out here in Australia at the time and wanted to take up farming also. They needed to be taught. They needed to be taught how to run a set of harrows through the ground, when to run the harrows. They need to be taught strip grazing and, fencing off different paddocks and, rotation, 28-day rotations of cows for dairy farming, trying to get the best out of your crops and your paddocks. And they had to learn how to eradicate weeds and vermin and pest and erect fencing and run a dairy. It's a lot. It's a lot to take on. And any wonder why a lot of them struggled to make a go of it. So especially the returning soldiers from World War I and II, with your return soldier settlement land subdivisions that were set up. Basically, a lot of them walked onto the land with the best of hopes and the best of dreams for future. However, some really struggled to make a go of it, and that was a lot of the reason, because they just simply didn't know what they were doing. They didn't have the background knowledge. So hence where the agricultural show days come from, hence why they started. You will still go to the show now today. You'll still see a lot of tractors, farming equipment, machinery, people that live and work on the land, ready to explain things and teach you, and that's basically the reason why it started. And all that sort of show stuff come later. You know, all the rides and the entertainment and the show bags and all that sort of stuff we go there to enjoy now. That all come later. So a lot of us don't go there to learn about tractors and farm machinery now. A lot of us just go there for the entertainment purposes. So not that it's lost sight of what it should have been, would have been, could have been, and was once upon a time. It hasn't lost sight of it. Just things have changed. People have moved on. People know more now. Not only that, technology is better. It'd be nothing for me to talk to a farmer, and he sits at home and he pushes a button on his computer and his tractor goes out and starts spraying the paddock for him. Or certain things happen that, he's got electronically primed or timed to go off. So farming has changed a hell of a lot, even since when I started farming. I used to be a dairy farmer myself, so it's changed a hell of a lot. So anyway, good bit of history on the old agricultural show days, and I'm sure next time you go to the show, you will not forget it. So that's the reason why they're there. Holy shit, there's a bee in here. They're on to me. They know that I'm in here. Ugh, you're making me anxious, bee. Go out the window behind me, would you? Okay, so now the bee is humming around in here, making me nervous. We are going to get out of here. And I think I've done enough anyway. Sort of humming around a little bit more. Did not find anything much more interesting. So that'll be it. We'll put all our little finds in this little fowler's jar, and we are going to get out of this house before the bees get me. Rightio, so as you can see, we're back out of the house now, and we are ready to pack up and head home. So once home, we will give you a bit of a look through what we got out today, most of it coming from inside the house yet again. So that's all right. As I said, we'll see you at home and give you a look through what we've got. Okay, so that is about it for us today. We are back home, as you can see, and look at the sky. What a cracker of an afternoon it's turned out to be. Anyway, we've got all our finds laid out here. We're going to give you a quick look through and take you through what we did for the morning and then what we did for the afternoon. So first off, we'll show you the old insulator here. What a cracker of an insulator it is too. What a whopper. It's huge, absolutely huge. Off the old telephone pole, I believe. And I always pick these up and keep them when I can. I've got quite the collection of the old insulators now, big and small, and all different colours. I love finding them, picking them up. Same as the bottles here. We've got the beautiful old Noddies, serve ice cold. There it goes. That's better. That is helpful when you can see, isn't it? And we even got the lid on him too, so not the oldest bottle, however, great condition. For an old pyro like that. So we have bottle tops, rubbish, junk, harmonica reed, part of an old fob watch. Look, just a lot of miscellaneous random items and your common culprits that you find at these old house sites. So that's all the rubbish that we dug for the morning. We also dug this pretty cool old spoon. I hit him on the back. Bent him straight in half, so nothing too special though. Anyway, next, or the first find that we actually got for the day, I should say, the first good find, was this beautiful old horse rosette, used to decorate your buggy, your horse and cart, what have you. What a great piece. So I found a few of those out in the goldfields too. I love finding them. They generally don't come out in the best condition like that one either. So nice little belt buckle here. He will end up in the tumbler where he belongs, and give him a good clean up. We had a Michelle, I think that's what it says, lipstick. You've seen that one come out, the pink lipstick. He's really cool. He's probably 1920s sort of onwards, I'd put him. Quite an early one. So we had the tiniest little cow you've ever seen in your life. He must have been off a game or something, obviously. But what a ripper, what a ripper. He's tiny. Little bullet, the old bracelet, nothing too special. It's just an old cheapo, no hallmarks. I thought he's worth saving though. So the little Anzac Appeal helmet pin. What a bloody awesome piece. I don't know what year these would have been. However, I'm sure if I looked them up, I could be able to ID and get a year of when these were actually released. So, and you know, every year I see Anzac Appeal come around. I always do the right thing. I always do my bit and buy a badge. So I think it's just showing your respect and showing your support. The old legacy badge, same thing, very similar thing. Also had the tractor training service, little pin there, so the tractor, very cool, where it would have hung through your buttonhole of your jacket on the back there. So we also had the 1946. I think I might have called that a 1916 there before. There you go. I've gave him a scrub up. You can see the 4 a lot better now. So I think I did call him a 1916, but as you can see there, 46. Still a great coin, and what a ripper finding him beside the trees there. So we also had this little guy, and as you've seen, this one come from out of the house. I missed him there the other day. So it's one thing to find him with a detector, it's even better to spot him with your eyeballs. That was cool. Anyway, what else do we have? We got your halfpenny 43 and your 2-cent coin, and they were both found detecting for the morning once again. And then, as you've seen, we jumped in the house and we found a few other cool old items, such as this religious pendant. Let's bring him up into the light here. That's better. So very, very nice. It says Congregation of the Children of Mary. So Mary had the children congregating. Very cool. Also another little religious piece here, and oh, there goes the sun. The sun is out. I don't know, you know, he might have been a little pendant, might have had a little loop up the top that's broken off. So what a great piece. So last few items, little ruby, just fake, all just fake. I'm only joking when I say ruby. The old fob watch that come out, it's a cracker, in better condition than the one that we found the other day. However, he is missing the arms and the glass on the front. We might be able to get into work though. It'd be pretty cool. Change the arms over, change the glass over, make a complete one. That would be awesome. Anyway, we got the old souvenir Melbourne Olympics 1956 badge, pin badge. Really great piece. And as mentioned, everything in that house is going to get thrown out. So how awesome is it to be able to save these little items? So really, really cool, I think. Even to the old plastic Australian 5, 10 and 1 cent token money. So that's awesome. I love it. I'm trying to work out what it says. So, puts a tiger in your tank. That's awesome. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. That is about it. That's about a wrap up. We are going to get back out again tomorrow. We're going to be visiting an old school site, and I shouldn't expect too many of these items, you know, this sort of stuff to come out. I expect a lot of the rubbish to come out. However, this school site has held some wonderful history over the years. A lot that I know, a lot that I've read and learned over the years, and a lot that I'll be happy to share. And not only that, over the years detecting this school site, I have found some pretty mighty finds. You know, the old beautiful old pendants that the kids were handed out after World War II, World War I, you know, Queen's coronation, all that sort of stuff. They all seem to be at this school site. There's oodles. Anyway, so we're going to go back there tomorrow. We're going to try and hit on them and do another hunt tomorrow to share. So really hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button below. Follow my finds for future, and I really hope to see you on that next hunt. So cheers, guys. Happy hunting.